Hello, everybody. It's your pal Kooky McGee, aka Keegan here. I'm back with another vlog video once again, and I hope you're all having a good day so far. Anyways, on to the video. As you can tell, we got some Battlefield 6 gameplay for today's video. I actually just got back into playing Battlefield 6 yesterday, and I decided to record some footage of me playing for this video. Interestingly, this map I'm playing is Hagenthal Base, which is one of the newest maps that got added to the game very recently. And when I was recording footage for this video, this was actually my first time playing this map. And I gotta say, this map is actually pretty good. It's one of the smaller scale maps in this game. And in ways, it's one of the smaller scale maps that reminds me of Operation Metro from Battlefield 3, Operation Locker from Battlefield 4, and Redacted from Battlefield 2042. But yeah, this map's pretty good. I actually really like this map. I know I'm not the best player in Battlefield 6, so don't expect some pro gamer gameplay for this video. But if you've seen some of my live streams of Battlefield, you know I'm not the best player in the game. But anyways, I just wanted to include this gameplay for this video. Speaking of Battlefield, I know I haven't done any live streams of Battlefield 6 in quite a while. My last Battlefield 6 live stream that I did was back near the end of January, I think it was. I'll probably get back into doing Battlefield 6 streams pretty soon. It'll just be me playing multiplayer because in my last stream I beat the campaign, so it'll just be me playing multiplayer in all future streams of Battlefield 6. But hey, Battlefield's pretty much only for multiplayer. The campaign is just for when you don't want to do online. But anyways, I think I've rambled on long enough, so let's get on with the video. So today's video, this is actually a video I've been planning on doing for quite some time over the last few months, probably as early as either November or December or maybe January. But again, this is a video I've been planning on doing for quite some time. This is going to be somewhat of a retrospective type video on a video that I actually uploaded on this day 4 years ago, back in 2022. It would be the first video in a series that didn't quite take off past the first video. And in this video, we are basically going to be explaining why this series of videos didn't take off past the first video, and so on and so forth. So, you read the title. We are going to be talking about my vintage review videos. Well, video, because there was only one video in that series. And, yeah. Back in 2022, I planned this series titled Vintage Reviews, where I review various vintage things from, like, cameras, old technology, magazines, and so on. Like, various vintage things. Which, if you haven't guessed already, well, if you're new to the channel, you may or may not know that I'm a big vintage collector. I like to collect a lot of vintage things, from cameras, tape recorders, radios, typewriters, clothing, and even magazines, and so on. I like to collect various vintage things, you name it. I even got a box full of old TV Guide magazines, the Canadian version, with various magazines between 1999 to 2003 and one magazine from 1996. But yeah, you name it. I like to collect a lot of vintage related things. And at some point in 2022, I got an idea. I gave myself an idea to do a review of various vintage things, because at that time I was wanting to do a different type of videos, because back then I was only doing videos like movie reviews, collection videos, collection update videos, and so on. And this would be before I started doing vlog videos that same year, although I didn't start doing vlog videos till the fall of 2022. I did do video game reviews on my channel at one point, but I didn't really like how those videos turned out, and I didn't really have much interest in continuing those videos after 5 videos. and I discontinued making video game reviews back in 2021. Those videos are actually still on my channel, but they're all unlisted. You can find the playlist of those videos on my channel, but again, the videos are unlisted, but you can only see them on the playlist on my channel. Anyways, I know I'm getting a little bit off topic here. So, exactly on this date, March 28th, 2022, I uploaded the first and only episode of my vintage review videos. In that video, I reviewed the 1958 Kodak Brownie Turret 8mm movie camera that was actually given to me by one of my coworkers a few months prior to making the video, because he knew I like to collect vintage stuff and old cameras, and he gave me that. And in this video, I would just go on a little bit of the history and stuff of what I've researched on the camera a few days prior to making the video. And the video, as of me recording, it currently has 1.2k views. While not exactly the most viewed video on my channel, it is one of the few. It is a video that's got 1.2k views, but not exactly the most viewed video on my channel. But it does have a lot of views, and a lot of you seem to enjoy the video. And then after that video, I didn't make any more videos after that because I was busy with other things, just focusing on my movie reviews and my other videos that I would do. And eventually, in the fall of 2022, I uploaded my first vlog video, and my vlog videos would go on to become one of the main types of videos that I would upload to this channel. And from 2023 and 2024, I didn't upload another vintage review video. The reason for that was just because I just wasn't really sure what I was going to do with this video. I didn't really have time to research any of the stuff I potentially could have reviewed for the next video. And I just wasn't really sure what I was going to review next for the next video. I mean, I could have reviewed another camera or something that I had in my possession, but I chose not to for some reason. And I kind of just left the videos alone, just focusing on the other videos that I would normally do. And it would stay like that for almost 2 whole years before I would finally make a little update related to the series and why there hasn't been a new one since. Well, finally, after almost 2 whole years of no new vintage review videos, on March 25th, 2024, I made a community tab post and updated the description for the vintage review video, basically announcing that I would not be going forward with my vintage review videos, mostly because I didn't really have an interest in continuing the vintage review videos, and I feel I should have announced it sooner that I wasn't going to go forward with the series. But I decided to just give it a little bit of time for me to make up my mind. But after almost 2 years of not making another video since, I decided to just go ahead and just discontinue with the series after just one video. I honestly don't really have any regrets not doing any more vintage review videos. It just was something I kind of knew I wasn't really going to be focused on doing with the channel. But I decided to just upload one video as a bit of an experiment. And despite the video getting a lot of you guys seemingly enjoying the video and the video reaching 1.2k views at the time of me recording this video, I just decided that I figured that the video just wasn't really going to go anywhere past the first video, and therefore I decided to just not continue with the series. And looking back, it was a bit of an experimental video, because it's always good to experiment with different types of videos on YouTube, whether you're doing like vlog videos, cooking videos, and so on. It's always good to experiment with doing different types of videos on YouTube. But alas, the vintage review videos just didn't go anywhere past the first video. It just it just wasn't really meant to be, I guess, and I kind of knew it wasn't going to go anywhere past the first video, but you know, you never know until you tried, and some of you guys liked it, but there is plenty of other great vintage review channels on YouTube, like the 8-Bit Guy. If you're interested in like old technology and stuff, I would recommend you check that channel out. But yeah, there are other vintage related videos on YouTube I would recommend checking out. But in the years since that video, even before I announced that I wasn't going to continue making any more vintage reviews, I would show some vintage stuff that I would find in antique stores that I would go to. Most notably at the Old Strathcona Antique Mall, which is located in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, which is, I know I've said it before, I'm pretty sure it's the biggest antique store in all of Canada. Well, one of the biggest for sure. I go there all the time, especially when they do their parking lot sales in the summertime. It's a really nice antique store that if you ever visit Edmonton, and if you're someone that likes antique stores, I would recommend you check that store out. It's a very nice place. Anyways, in conclusion, despite the interesting intentions I had with my vintage review videos, I just didn't really have the time or the interest to continue making more vintage reviews. I just didn't really have any idea of what I was going to do with the series past the first video. I just didn't really have the time planning what I would review next. I mean, there were definitely could have been some different ideas of like what I could review. I could have reviewed a radio. I could have reviewed an old typewriter, another camera, maybe even review a magazine company that's no longer around or anything. But alas, I didn't really have the interest or any idea of how I was going to continue with my vintage review series. But again, I don't regret doing these types of videos. It definitely had some good ideas, but I just didn't really plan it right of how I was going to continue with these videos. Will I ever do these types of videos in the future? Probably not. As I've already said, this type of video just wasn't really meant for this channel, but it would have worked better on other channels. And like I said earlier, there are better vintage type videos for like reviewing like old technology and stuff you can find on YouTube, like the 8-Bit Guy that I mentioned earlier. But you know, I'll always be someone that likes vintage stuff. I like to collect vintage stuff besides movies, video games, books, and so on. And despite the intentions I had with this series, it'll just go on as it'll just be remembered as a bit of an experimental type video on my channel, because at the time I just wasn't really sure what else I was going to do besides movie reviews. But thankfully, when I started doing my vlog videos, I would figure out what are the main type of videos I would do on my channel. And then I would also start doing live streams on through StreamYard in 2024. And then last year, sometime after I got my PS5, I would start doing gameplay streams of me playing Minecraft and so on. So those would just be the main types of stuff I would do on my channel. And those will probably be the only things I'll really do with my channel. Just my vlog videos, movie reviews, collection videos, collection update videos, StreamYard streams, and gameplay streams. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, I can't really think of anything else to say or add, so I guess I'm just going to go ahead and end the video right here. So thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, comment below, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos that'll be coming out soon, and new live streams. And if you're new to the channel, I upload new videos quite a bit, especially do live streams every so often whenever I have the time. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I will be getting back into doing Battlefield 6 streams here pretty soon. I'm not sure when, but I'll do them whenever I have the time, and when I feel like it, of course. Anyways, thanks again for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And until next time, this is Kooky McGee signing off. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one, guys. Peace.